Right now, right behind your neck, there is a biological switch that can instantly extinguish any chronic inflammation in your body. But the brutal truth is that the billion-dollar medical industry refuses to tell you about it. You have been led to believe that feeling exhausted, having brain fog, and waking up with joint pain are just normal signs of aging or working too hard. They are not. What you are experiencing is a silent biochemical reaction, a massive cytokine storm that is silently destroying your cells from the inside out. I know exactly how deeply frustrating it is to push through every single day, trying dozens of expensive supplements, trying desperately to get more sleep, and still feeling completely drained. You are not lazy, and your body is fundamentally not broken. You are just trapped behind a physiological barrier that no one ever showed you how to unlock. Today, I am going to expose this hidden trap and show you the exact molecular biology behind how you can shut down inflammation on demand. This is not some silly internet wellness trend, and it is definitely not a placebo effect. This is hard science, firmly backed by rigorous clinical studies that will completely change the way you understand your own anatomy. Imagine your body as a highly advanced biological fortress. When you are chronically stressed, whether it is from a toxic work environment, ultra-processed food, or just the anxiety of modern life, your brain slams the panic button. It rapidly floods your entire system with cortisol and triggers your immune system to prepare for a deadly war. This is the classic fight-or-flight response. Your macrophages, which are the frontline soldier cells of your immune system, immediately start pumping out inflammatory cytokines. In a true short-term emergency, this specific biochemical reaction actually saves your life. But the horrifying truth is that your panic button is currently permanently stuck in the on position. You are trapped in a vicious state of chronic inflammation. This endless cytokine storm is rapidly burning through your cellular energy reserves, damaging your precious neurons and creating the absolute perfect environment for severe chronic diseases to thrive. You have been fighting this fire blindly for years, falsely thinking a few overpriced antioxidant pills will somehow save you. But what if I told you that your body already has a beautifully built-in biological fire hose designed to drown out this inflammation instantly? This brings us directly to the most powerful yet criminally ignored part of your human nervous system, the vagus nerve. Let me be clear, this is not just a simple nerve. It is a massive, bidirectional biological fiber optic cable that connects your brainstem to almost every single major organ in your body, including your heart, your lungs, and your delicate gut microbiome. For decades, the mainstream medical establishment treated it like a passive, unimportant background system. They completely missed the monumental fact that the vagus nerve is the ultimate master control switch for your parasympathetic nervous system. In other words, it is the absolute reset button for your entire physiological and emotional state. When you successfully activate this incredible nerve, you are not just passively relaxing. You are intentionally initiating a profound biochemical cascade that forcefully commands your body to stand down. But here is the craziest part, and this is exactly where the molecular biology gets truly fascinating. Researchers eventually discovered a miraculous mechanism known as the cholinergic anti-inflammatory pathway. When the vagus nerve is physically or chemically stimulated, it rapidly sends a high-speed electrical signal down to your organs, immediately releasing a highly powerful neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. This is precisely where the true biological miracle happens. The acetylcholine travels directly into your bloodstream and finds your hyperactive immune cells. It perfectly binds to highly specific alpha-7 nicotinic receptors on the very surface of your macrophages. The exact moment it clicks into these cellular receptors, it physically acts like an emergency kill switch. It instantly and completely stops the cellular production of those dangerous inflammatory cytokines. Let me repeat that fact, because it is absolutely crucial for your survival. By simply knowing how to activate this single nerve, you can chemically command your own immune system to stop violently attacking your own body. You are literally turning off systemic inflammation right at the microscopic cellular level. This is the exact root healing that the pharmaceutical industry does not want you to know about, simply because it is a biological gold standard mechanism that you can trigger all by yourself, for absolutely free. So how exactly do you physically flip this switch without spending a single penny? You have probably been told 1,000,000 times to just take a deep breath when you are stressed, and you probably dismissed it as a useless psychological trick. But what they entirely failed to explain to you is the actual molecular mechanics behind that simple action. When you engage in slow, deep, diaphragmatic breathing, you are not just calming your mind with some weak placebo effect. You are actively applying heavy mechanical pressure to the massive stretch receptors located precisely within the tissue of your diaphragm. The exact moment these highly sensitive receptors are physically stretched, they instantly fire powerful electrical signals straight up the vagus nerve and directly into your brainstem. Therefore, this specific mechanical action forces your brain to immediately pump the brakes on your sympathetic nervous system. It abruptly stops the excessive production of cortisol. It completely halts the release of adrenaline. Your heart rate violently slows down. Your blood pressure drops to a safe baseline. And that miraculous cholinergic anti-inflammatory pathway is instantly activated. You are literally using the physical, mechanical movement of your own respiratory muscles to chemically hack your brain and completely shut down the destructive cytokine storm. It is a perfect biological override code. But the reality is, we are not stopping there. I am going to give you 2 more biological weapons that are scientifically proven by the gold standard of clinical research to supercharge this specific nerve. The first method is targeted cold exposure, specifically isolating your face and the back of your neck. When you plunge your face into freezing cold water or splash it repeatedly, you rapidly trigger what is known in mammalian biology as the dive reflex. This is an ancient, hardwired survival mechanism, and it instantly forces your vagus nerve into absolute overdrive, aggressively slowing your heart rate and rapidly preserving your core oxygen supply. Clinical studies have definitively shown that just 2 minutes of localized extreme cold exposure can completely reset your autonomic nervous system. It forces your body to rapidly flush out those damaging inflammatory markers. The second weapon is the direct, intense mechanical stimulation of your vocal cords. Your vagus nerve physically wraps right around your larynx and pharynx. When you intensely hum, sing loudly, or vigorously gargle water deep in the back of your throat, you are creating highly specific micro-vibrations. These intense physical vibrations deeply massage the raw nerve fibers. Therefore, they instantly send a massive cascading wave of calming neurotransmitters flooding throughout your entire biological system. It is like manually cranking the engine of your own cellular cleanup machine. When your body is trapped in a chronic state of high alert, your cells physically cannot enter the crucial phase of repair. The incredible biological cleaning process, known as autophagy, is completely suppressed by high cortisol levels. By aggressively activating the vagus nerve, you are immediately dropping your cortisol, which then gives your body the green light to start clearing out damaged proteins and dead cellular waste. You are literally awakening a microscopic army of cleaning machines that sweep through your bloodstream, removing the toxic debris left behind by years of chronic stress and poor diet. Furthermore, let us look at the gut-brain connection, because this is the ultimate trap. The vagus nerve is the exact superhighway that connects your intestinal microbiome directly to your brain cells. When your gut barrier is compromised, leaking toxic bacteria into your bloodstream, Your vagus nerve senses the danger and desperately tries to send a warning signal. But chronic stress completely paralyzes this communication pathway. By forcefully stimulating the vagus nerve using these specific mechanical hacks, you are actually tightening the cellular junctions in your stomach lining. You are actively reversing the leaky gut illusion and stopping the vicious cycle of systemic inflammation right at the source. This is the true definition of deep root-level healing. You are fundamentally not a broken machine that needs to be constantly medicated. Your human body is an absolute biological miracle that possesses the exact tools needed for total cellular regeneration. You just need to finally claim the biological access codes. The only question left is this: will you continue to blindly let the silent fire of chronic inflammation slowly burn through your cells? Or will you actively choose to flip the biological switch tonight? The ultimate power to heal is literally sitting right inside your own neck. If this deep dive into molecular biology finally opened your eyes to the truth, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button so we can continue to expose the hidden science together.